Hey there, hola, ¿cómo estás, friends and amigos from all over the world? It's your man, the one and only original brother, Yao Fosu, the Globe Master. Now, today, I'm about to read a response message that I got from a brother named J.R. Gibson from Buffalo, New York. And he said, Brother Fosu, I follow you and agree with most advices you give to the youth. However, I disagree with you telling the brother in Chicago to pass on the girl he didn't get in high school. Now that they are both matured and she has a kid, he's only 30, bro. Let the man live and smash all he can before he turns 40 like me. Video response, please. 40, married, and tied down. 40, married, and tied down. Brother Gibson from Buffalo, New York. Now, I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about the video I did about the 30-year-old guy that was asking me if he should smash or pass on a girl he went to high school with who didn't pay no attention to him when they were in high school. But now that he's become a successful man and she didn't give the cookies to some pookie and had a 10-year-old child, remember, now she want to give it to him. And should he hit it or pass? And of course, I told him from my heart, it's not a wise move. And Brother Gibson, you seem to have a quarrel about that. So let me get to the reasons why I told the young man not to hit it. The reasons why I told the man to not smash. All right? First of all, thanks for your response and your concern, right? Now, you are 40. You say you are married and tied down. I'm 50. A decade over you, right? And as a 40-year-old man, you know, and I know, I'm pretty sure you have experiences in your life that now that you're 40, you can sit down, look back and say, man, I wish I had never hit off that girl. So, as a 40-year-old man, and me being 50, I truly believe it's our responsibility to let the youth know not all pussy is worth entering. Let me repeat myself. Not all vaginas is worth entering as a man, especially when you get to a certain point or stage in your life, right? Now, the reason why I told a young man to pass was simply because, look, anybody that watch my channel knows when it comes to stepfatherhood, I, Elfusu, raise my hand, put it across my heart. I am the most anti-stepfather any man could get, especially for a young man. I'm totally against any young man in his youth wasting his time and his resources on another man's baby. I've made that very clear, right? Now, he's 30. Of course, I would have totally agree with him to smash any woman he wants until at least he becomes 40 like you. As long as it's a woman he can start his own legacy with. I mean, this is just my personal feelings, okay? I believe a young man that's 30 years old who have his whole life ahead of him should no way be getting himself involved with a woman who is maybe 30 like him, or it could be that she's a little bit younger, because we both don't know the female's age, but who already have a 10-year-old son. That was my beef with it. I do not agree with that. And I certainly hope you can understand my point, right? Now, at 40, Brother Gibson, you and I both know what a woman's vagina can do to some men. The power of pussy. I think I'm going to make that the title. The power of pussy. What pussy can do to some men. And I'm talking through history to today. Past and present. I'm going to make that the title. Right? At 40, you should know what a woman's vagina can do to a man physically and spiritually. Now, just in case you don't know, at 40, which you should, I can give you many examples and reasons why a lot of men, including myself, have made a lot of mistakes in our youth chasing down some pussy. I did it. A big booty and a smile ruined my marriage. Right? Look, it was probably for the best anyway, but I'm using myself here as an example that any man can go under the power of the PUSSY. And that's real. Okay? Now, throughout history, Mr. Gibson, throughout history, the pussy, a woman's vagina, has built nations. And oh yeah, a woman's vagina can also destroy nations. And you know this is true. Okay? Men have done unthinkable, atrocious things over some, you know what, throughout history. I'll give you some examples, right? Like I said, using my own experience, I was married very young, which it should have never happened in the first place because I was too young, right? And she was too young too. Now, do you think a 23-year-old man being married is a wise thing? I wish somebody would have told me it was too young then, but hey, it happened. And guess what? Was I able to keep my you know what in my pants? Hell no. Like I said before, a big booty and a smile ruined my marriage, right? And I pay for it dearly, financially. And that's no lie. That's real. I paid for it. Okay? The power of a woman's vagina can turn some men into total freaking idiots throughout history. And you know this, Mr. Gibson. There are men that turns total hoes into millionaires because of some pussy. That boy Usher is the poster boy of that. A young man who had the world and who could get almost any woman he wanted at a young age, who ended up doing what? Marrying a woman that already have 4 children by 3 different men. If you don't know what that is, my brother, that is called the power of pussy. Pussy can mess up a man's life if he has no guidance. Right? Look, every man on this planet, at least once in their lifetime, has done something stupid over some pussy. Heck, when I was like 20 years old, if you asked me to swim across a swimming pool filled with gasoline and broken glass to smash Halle Berry, I would jump in it. No cap, no lie. If you ask me, a 20-year-old me, to swim across a swimming pool filled with gasoline and broken glass, as a matter of fact, light it on fire, I would jump in that to get to Halle Berry. But do you think I would do that today? No. As fine as Halle Berry is, even I think she's like around 60 now, she's always been my fantasy. I will not do that now because why? I know better. Okay? So me giving an advice to that young man, you may of course disagree with the fact that I told him not to smash, which, you know, I can understand. But you got to ask yourself, if that was your son, what advice would you give him? Would you tell him it's okay to go smash that girl just because she's pretty, knowing that that girl is probably looking for a come up or some food to take care of her child? Because why? The man that she laid down with and busted open for did not stick around. Why should this young man who has a bright future be the one to take care of somebody else's child? That's the question I have for you, Mr. Gibson. The power of pussy. Immature men kill and sometimes die over some pussy. If you don't know how powerful a woman's vagina is. Men kill and die over pussy. The power of pussy can turn some men to abandon their own family. Oh yes. If you've never seen it before, Ask about it. The power of pussy can even turn a man against his own mother. And that's a spiritual thing. Okay? Now, speaking of that, if you're a man, it doesn't matter how old you are, what age you are. If you're dealing with a woman that don't like your mother, the woman that brought you into this earth, calls you a mama's boy, and disrespect your mom, and you're putting up with it, that woman is basically cutting the spirit that's connected between you and your mother through the umbilical cord. And if that spirit gets cut by a woman, you will be spiritually demolished. You will become a shell of a man, like Will Smith. A woman can sit in front of you, tell you whatever the F she wants, and there's nothing you can do about it. No matter what size you are, no matter how fat your pocket is, no matter what prestige you have as a man, if you get spiritually demolished by a woman, I feel sorry for you. Look here. I could talk about the power of pussy for days. Do you know back in the days, Mr. Gibson, back in the days when our ancestors used to be in the motherland, when tribes used to fight other tribes, do you know what used to happen when one tribe conquers another tribe? I'm going to give you a few examples of what used to happen, all right? Mr. Gibson, let's say if my tribe comes to your village and conquers your tribe, here are the consequences that your tribe will face. Men in your tribe that are over like 35, 40 and up will be annihilated. Okay? Men that were captured, the ones that couldn't run away, that are young and strong, the ones that look dangerous or rebellious, I don't even want to say it because this is YouTube, but you know what I wanted to say, right? The weak ones will be taken as slaves or sold into slavery. When it comes to the women that are of childbearing age in those days, which is 13, listen to this carefully, 13 to 30, was called booty. If you don't know where that word comes from, booty, that's where it comes from. That tells you the power of pussy. The women from 13 to 30 were the most valuable ones. They will be taken. The women over 30, 35 and up was a liability. You had no use for them. And guess what happened to those women? If you have a brain, you will know what happens to them, right? So I'm just giving you a little bit of history here. A woman's vagina is a very powerful thing. So if I'm telling a young man to be cautious about stepping into something that he shouldn't be stepping in, at 40 years old, you should be agreeing with me. You should be agreeing with me, not contesting, what I told him. Listen, you're entitled to your opinion, and I actually appreciate your opinion, because your opinion right here is making me do this video. I appreciate that. But I just hope that after you watch this video, maybe it might open your mind a little bit to see why I told that young man to stay away from that girl. Hey, you know me. The name is Yao Fosu, the original Globe Master. More questions and comments are always welcome. All my social handles. Okay? On Instagram is Yao Fosu _Globe Master. Take good care of yourself, my bro. Even though you disagree with what I said, I have nothing against your opinion. I'm just giving my point of view. Take good care of yourself, brother. And cheers.